back again. So in my last videos, I touched up on the subject of meat and how it affects us, and now I want to talk about milk. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are aware or not, but we're the only warm-blooded animals that drink milk past the infantile stages of our life, and um, and it's been sold to us through commercials and propaganda that it's a good source of protein and and things of the like, but um, you know, protein comes from many different avenues, and um, it could be found in different ways. Um, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that through the years, the taste of milk has slightly changed. And as I've shown you guys, explained to you guys how to prove that our food has been tampered with through steroids and drugs, this milk is coming from those same animals. So throughout my life, I've met millionaires, I've met scientists, lawyers, my family members have met, the presidents. I'll tell you who I've never met. I've never met somebody from the FDA, and I don't know anybody, rich or poor, that can tell you that they've spent some time with members of the FDA. Now, this becomes an important issue because um, as it stands, they were responsible for our health. A lot of people have put uh, their lives in the hands of these people because these are the people who are saying, "Oh, this is good to eat and this is not good to eat." But these are the same people that control everything in your life, from medicine to your food, and what's sold to you and what's not sold to you. So if this group of people are being controlled by uh, say the richest people in the world, or the people that have interest in controlling us and making money off of us, well, this becomes a conflict of interest as uh, we leave them open to abuse us and sell things to us that are not healthy for us. But we were led to believe that they're regulating this to our benefit. But why would they do that to our benefit if it benefits them to make money and control us? Um, yeah, Pretty much, I see the FDA as a group of scientists controlled by the elite moneymakers, and they decide what's sold to you and what they tell you is good and what's not good. They decide what medications like penicillin, it's good for you. Penicillin only works in your body so many times. They pump you full of penicillin, but your body quickly adapts and becomes immune to that. What's the reason for that? Because it's not a natural substance. Although it comes from um, things of the earth, it's it's the chemical balances are changed, and yeah, they might heal you quicker, but in the long run, it's doing damage to you. There's For every ailment, there's natural remedies out there, but we've gotten away from that because we become dependent on on a certain small amount of people that are controlling our community by telling us what's good for us and what's not good for us. And instead of trying things out for ourselves, we're taking somebody else's word for it. Somebody else's word that has no interest in taking care of us. They only have interest in making money off of us, and controlling the population to their benefit. So um, it's something to think about when you decide that you want to go to the doctors, or um, or when you choose what you're putting in your body. And like I said, most of the ailments that we have can be controlled by watching what you eat, and controlling your own diet, and eating you know vegetables and natural things that come from the earth, roots and so on. And it's a good question to ask. I know it's true, and it's something to pose, a question that you pose to yourself and to your family members to talk about and to go back and forth with, and so you guys can realize that um, this is just one of the many ways that um, they were able to take control of how we act and respond to certain situations, to our health specifically, and and basically stuff their pockets full of money. You know, um, a lot of times going to the doctor is pretty much going to church and being guilted into putting money into the tray they pass around. Except they use much more higher level of fear um, to control uh, what you're doing. But like I said, from the early 70s and 80s, a lot of our families survived to make it to their 80s, and probably past that, and we didn't have access to medical facilities as much as we do now, but we were able to survive. uh, and now we see a change in the community, and people being killed off at what I believe is at the will of others, because we've put our faith in a system that in reality has no investment in our health uh, or our well-being. It only has an investment in money and and controlling our pieces like pawns so that they can hold us down, and we won't get past a certain level in civilization, so that one certain group uh, keeps control of the government or religion, however you want to put it. It amounts to the same thing. uh, we put our faith in people that we don't know, and it's it's like when you go to the doctors, and they tell you, hey, well, you need this surgery. Okay, you can get this surgery. I'm never gonna see that doctor again. He has no qualms in lying to me or to giving me some surgery that I don't need. Uh, you know, we're buying him expensive cars, expensive houses. Uh, what what uh, what holds him back from telling from lying to us? Why? What keeps him liable to tell us the truth? Nothing, because we're pumping money into his pockets, into the government's pockets. And some people say, oh, well, you just must be against the establishment. um am I, or is this something that's actually happening? If you look around and you talk to people, you know uh the bottom half of the money bracket, we all go to the hospital for the same thing, for the same things: diabetes, which can be controlled by what you eat. um Diabetes is unnatural because they're getting sugar and adding chemicals to it, uh, things that our body cannot process, because it's unnatural. Broken bones. Most broken bones do not need surgery. They just need to be wrapped up and they'll heal on their own. Uh, it's the small things like that where these guys are just, you know, they hit the lotto. They're making so much money off of it, selling you pain drugs, pain pills, antibiotics. Uh, a lot of this stuff we don't actually need, but in our minds, we were trained to believe that that's what we needed. But like I said, if you go back and talk to your grandpas, your great grandmas, at a certain point in civilization, we didn't need that stuff. We weren't dependent on those kind of things. And because we've become dependent on it, we're feeding the system that's actually holding us back. Um, Not many of us become scientists and doctors for a reason, because it's a controlled group of people that have that quote unquote privilege to take money from the rest of the community's pockets. And so, it's a little something to think about. And I'm trying to paint the picture to you guys of exactly what's going on and how we've gotten to the point that we're at today, without realizing it. Thank you for your time, and blessings for the lessons.